Hennessy VSOP. Big one. You did your big one, bitch. And I'm gonna take another shot for that. He used to play with his nose a little bit.
Hey y'all, it's me, Lana Marie, aka the Makeup Mommy, and welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for rocking with me, because I'm rocking with y'all the same way. Period. Okay, so today's video is going to be a little different, a little sentimental, if you say. This video is going to be in honoring of my late cousin, best friend, sister, you name it, Dakasha Lene Jackson. Today is her 31st birthday. We just celebrated her 1-year memorial last weekend, and so I decided it's time to do this video. I've been putting it off for a few days, and so here I am today. I'm ready to do the video. Like, I'm not gonna hold off on the video any longer, and you know I'm not gonna do all that talking, so let's get right into it. I got my notes, and yeah, okay, so remembering Dakasha, oh my god, like, she has a unique name. You know, she's one of those girls with a unique name. Her name is so beautiful, and yeah, like, she loved her name. There was not a question whether or not she enjoyed her name. She loved her name. Like, she would tell you how to spell and pronounce her name quick. People try to call her Dakosha and stuff like that. Oh no, baby, she gonna check you. She gonna tell you exactly what her name is and how it's pronounced. So yes, Dakasha. I know you guys probably haven't heard of a name like that. Some of y'all know my cousin. Y'all know she was the life of the party, a great loving spirit. And so yeah, okay, so let's just get right into it. So, are we real cousins? So me and Dakasha are not real cousins. Dakasha is actually an only child of an only child. So on her mother's side, she doesn't have any siblings whatsoever. I know she has siblings on her dad's side, but I don't know how many and what that case may be. But me and Dakasha, we grew up on the same street. So our grandparents both purchased a home in a certain neighborhood. So they were acquaintance, they were neighbors, and so our mothers were acquaintance, they were friends, they grew up on that same street. And so, like, me and Dakasha, obviously, she just became a part of our family. She was just at our house all the time, and so it was me and my cousins and my oldest sister. So it was always us five, like a Fab Five. It was 4 girls and 1 boy. We was the Fab Five. Like, we did everything together. Cheerlead, schooling, like, you name it, we did it all together. So we grew up in on the same street. And so we pretty much adopted her as our cousin. Like, she was just that bonus child that was a part of my family, and we all just did everything together. Okay, so that's just how we met. So no, we're not real cousins by blood, but we cousins. We date back to pre-birth. Like, that's just what it is. Okay, so what else? So my cousin, she a Libra, obviously, since today her birthday. Libras are crazy. I don't care what y'all say. It's a good kind of crazy. It's like a method to the madness type crazy. Like, and she was a very proud Libra. Like, she would tell you she was a Libra. Like, she just was so outspoken and outgoing, and like, people tried to dim her light a lot just because she was so bright, like in spirit, not even speaking on skin color or anything like that. But she was very humble, and she did a lot of self-sabotage just like me. We did not know our worth because we had people projecting on us, and so we just took their projection and we let it play mind games with us sometimes. So we used to have a saying, like, before people wanted to go viral, like viral, like how people go viral today. This was back like in 2015. We would be saying, like, fuck going viral, let's get some money. Like, we didn't want the fame, we didn't want to put your business out there. We just honestly wanted the money. That's it. That's all we ever wanted, was the money. So we never really pushed ourselves to be viral or to be, like, you know, putting all of our business on social media. Like, we just didn't want to do it. That's not something we wanted. We just wanted the money. My cousin was very, very talented. I remember she was working for 97.9 The Beat. Like, she had to be about 17, 18 years old as an intern. Like, she was just a lit ass individual. Like, she just really was. She was way ahead of her time. She was one of the main fashion girlies. She literally taught me how to do my first sew-in. Like, she just was that girl. She really was like a big sister to me, even though we call each other cousins. We're only 1 year apart, but she was really my big sister, and I never really looked at it like that until she passed away. And I'm seeing, like, she literally taught me a lot of things I needed to know. And so now I realize, like, she was my big sister that I never had. And yes, I have a big sister, but my big sister knows exactly what I'm talking about. And so yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a shot. This video is sponsored by Hennessy VSOP. 21 and up only. 21 and up only. If you're not 21 and up, skip past this part. So let's see here. My cousin, she really had a bad nerve problem since she was a child. Like, we grew up in a little trauma. Nothing crazy, but crazy enough. Obviously, being African American, it's a lot of trauma that's unpacked, and so we all pack it inside and keep it inside. So she always had like a nervous problem, and so she would carry around these cards in her purse, like prayer cards, like those Hispanic prayer cards and stuff. Like, she was very faith-based, and she prayed a lot, and she really knew the Lord. Let's just put it that way. She really knew the Lord. And so I know that her spirit and soul is in a better place today. She went to Grambling, and she met a lot of cool friends and sisters, pretty much. Hold on. So she went to Grambling, and then I don't know if she went to Grambling. Okay, yeah, she did come back home. And then I'm not really okay. Yeah, she came back home, and then she started doing lashes. So she was one of the first girls in the Dallas-Fort Worth to be a certified licensed lash tech. Let me say that again. My cousin Dakasha was one of the first girls in the DFW to be a certified licensed lash tech. I remember her going through school. I remember it all. Like, she was the best to do the lashes. And yeah, I just gotta put that out there. Like, my cousin, when she started her lash thing, she was doing her thing. She started making money very quick. Like, she was making really good money doing lashes. She had a whole degree in mass communications and was making money off of lashes, baby, almost 10 years ago. These new girlies, yes, y'all, they doing good with their lash stuff, but my cousin Ben did that. Like I said, she was ahead of her time. This was so long ago. Like, people are paying catch up. Like, had my cousin never got sick, had my cousin fully healed from her trauma, she would be on top of the world right now. Like, no bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. Like, she was that girl, and we was gonna do it together. Like, that was that. Okay, so yeah, she started doing lashes. I'm gonna put a picture of her lashes that she did on me, the top and bottoms. That was so cute. Okay, fast forward, skip to Houston. So in 2015, she was dating a guy, and his family lived in Cypress. And so Cypress is, you know, on the outskirts of Houston. And so she was going out there with him, and then they broke up. And she was actually still living in his aunt's house after they broke up. And so when she was living out there, she invited me out there. She was like, Lana, come out here, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to get me a suite. I'm trying to get me an apartment, a suite to do lashes. Come out here, come out here. So I was in between homes, not even in between homes like I was homeless or something, but I was in a tough situation, in a tough spot at that time. And I mean, I wanted to get a new environment, a new scenery. So I went to Houston. We went to his aunt's house. She had a very nice home. Cypress is a nice area. And we went out there, and I got that Houston nightlife experience. I got that HTX experience. And so we hung out. I came back to Dallas. I tried to get a job. I got a job. I kept the job for maybe 2 months. And then she was just like, I'm about to get my apartment in April. You can come out here. I said, okay, I'm coming. And so I packed up and I left. Mind you, like I said, I was in between situations, and so it was nothing for me to take my makeup, take my clothes, and I was gone. So I'm gonna insert the pictures and stuff for the first day that we moved into the house, because I'm like a picture hoarder. I keep a lot of things, so I have all of that stuff. So I'm gonna insert some clips for when we first got to Houston, the apartment and everything. It was such a blissful time. Honestly, now that I think back, I just wish I could have experienced it more deeper than I did. It just was amazing. So anyways, we got to Houston. We was kind of struggling, y'all. We was struggling, but we was literally going out maybe like 3 nights a week on a wing and a prayer with no money. That's what the girls be trying to do nowadays, baby. We was doing that shit back then, like going out. She gonna have some nigga pay for us, and that was just period, like no cap. And so yeah, so I got me a job when I was out there. I started working, and then my cousin, that is really when her health started to decline. But let me just go back. So during this time we was living in Houston, like I said, we was kind of struggling. She got the apartment, but she had moved from Dallas, so she didn't have her Dallas clients, and so she was trying to build her clientele in Houston. And so Chick-fil-A Chick-fil-A had just came out with the Chick-fil-A app, and if you signed up for the app, you could get a free chicken sandwich. So me and my cousin, we was downloading the app, getting the chicken sandwich, deleting it, signing up with a new email. We was eating chicken sandwiches for a week straight. We was eating Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich for a week straight, y'all. That shit was so fucking funny. I just had to say that. That was in Houston. Like, we was thugging it out. A blast in Houston. I'm going to insert a clip from when we went out to Carrington's in Houston. Carrington's is like an OG club in Houston. Hood vibe. Not even just hood vibe. Like, not even holding the wild vibe. Just like ratchet vibe. I don't know how to put it. So, yeah, we was turned in. Let's just skip some more. I know I look different. I just had to come back on here and add like some more things about my cousin. I just wanted to say that she truly was somebody who I could always count on. Anytime I called her, she always came running. Anytime she called me, I always came running. It was just, that was the person that I could tell my deepest, darkest secrets to, share them with without any judgment. She was just that person you could feel safe telling your information to. She just never would judge you. I also remember when I was in Houston, I did a fashion show. So she was doing this girl lashes, and a girl was talking about she was gonna be in a fashion show, and she was like they needed makeup artists. And so my cousin plugged me in, and she helped me literally do the fashion show, just helped me get everything together. Like, I'm gonna insert some of the pictures from the fashion show. Like, this was a really good opportunity for me when I was early on in my makeup career. But like I said, we was just doing it big then. I actually walked in a fashion show before I moved to Houston with her, and she was like the only one that came to support me outside of my ex. She was the only person that actually came to support me. Not my mama, nobody like that. Yeah, she was that girl. She was that very supportive, good friend, shoulder to lean on. But it's always like those people always are the ones who really need somebody truly. And I think we were kind of codependent on each other. And so once I left Houston and she started getting sick, it was like we didn't have each other anymore. Sometimes I take guilt, like I said, not being there for her last days and stuff like that. But all I have are the good memories. I don't remember the bad whatsoever. It's just nothing but good memories when I think about my cousin Dakasha Lene. And yes, I just had to come back on here today. I've already pretty much edited the video and I'm finished. While I was editing it, I'm like, I left out the part when we went, when we did the fashion show and she helped me do everything. Like, yeah, so okay, y'all, I just had to come back on there and say that. So yes, toodles. We go to the part where me and my cousin had our first argument. Okay, so mind you, in Houston, I think I was about 23, 24. I don't know my exact age. Probably 24. Anyway, so we was living together in Houston. Just the two of us. 2 girls, 2 women, 2 people who grew up together and already pretty much lived in the same house together. We know how to operate with each other. And so her cousin, he not her first cousin or second cousin. He like a third or some cousin like that on her granny side. He was letting her stay with him before she got her apartment. And so once she got her apartment, I guess something happened with his apartment. And about 4 months down the line of us living in Houston together, he needed someplace to stay. Now, mind y'all, he used to play with his nose a little bit. Not even a little bit. He used to play with his nose. And he was in the LGBT. I said LGP. He was in the LGBTQ plus community. No shade, no tea. I love my LGBTQ plus people. You know, born in December, so I am a Sagittarius. Maybe just a little bi-curious. But yeah, so he was in the LGBT community. He was older than us. He probably was like in his mid-30s. We in our early mid-20s. And he was real messy. He was messy, point blank period. There's no other way to put it. He couldn't take all of this. Like, he see me, I'm a pretty bitch. He like this. Either way it goes, that nigga was the reason why me and her pretty much got into it for our first argument that we ever had in our whole entire existence on earth. So let's just take a shot for that one. Take this first. Alcohol is poison. Kids, don't drink. He was just real jealous, y'all. It was a really sticky situation that happened. He thought that I did something with his Coca-Cola. He's thinking I put some dishwashing, some laundry detergent in his Coca-Cola to stretch it out, and I took some out. I don't like Coca-Cola. I'm not afraid to say it. I tried Coca-Cola before. I didn't like Coca-Cola. My nose got fucked up trying Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is disgusting. Kids, don't do drugs, okay? But yeah, so we had got into it. Like, I told him I was gonna call the laws on him. Like, you are a whole man at the end of the day. You're older than me. I used to ride the bus to work, so I didn't want him to try to catch me outside and try to do something to me. You never know. Like, people who do drugs and stuff like that, you never know what they own. So at that given time, I had decided to move out. I wish I could have been a little more stronger and fought it out, but honestly, I did not have it in me. I just didn't. It had just got too messy. My cousin was getting very sick, and she was traveling back from Dallas to Houston, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I had moved out and got my own apartment with my ex. And so I just kept working, and I got my apartment with my ex, and it was just the end of my Houston with my cousin. But so when I came back from Houston, so I left Houston, I moved out of Houston probably in like 2017. So I spent about 2.5 years in Houston, almost, give or take. I'm not too sure on the math. But once I came back home, my cousin had started getting sicker and sicker, and we had tried to hang out for her birthday one night, and the birthday was a complete disaster. Now that I look back, I wish I could have treated the situation with a lot more grace and understanding, because that was pretty much, that wasn't our last memory together, but it was one of our last memories together, and I did not treat that situation well. I was going through a lot, and so I just didn't have grace and mercy for her. I was just irritated. Her party wasn't going as planned. She was procrastinating, girl. You know you was procrastinating, and things just didn't go as planned, and so that was that. But we hung out one more time after that, and I never got to see my cousin again. I got to hear her voice on the day that I had Summer Marie, so that was in 2020. She had told me she had a stroke and everything she was going through, and I've always just said silent prayers for her. Life moves at us so fast, and I really just always pray for her. So I never got to see her in her last days whatsoever. 1 month before she passed away, she hit me up. She was like, I gotta see what I'm gonna do for my 30th birthday. I was like, girl, let me know, because I tried to text her phone, because she had the same exact phone number, and the phone message, it was green and it came back, and I know she had an iPhone, and I can't remember if I tried to call it or what, but I wasn't able to get in contact with her. I did not know where she stayed at, and put the effort in to try to do more to reach out, not knowing that she only had a few weeks to live. That's a bummer. That sucks. If you love somebody in this world, family, friend, foe, reach out, make things right, especially if it's not that serious. If it's water under the bridge, you guys have the ability to make that determination if you want to move forward as friends or not. And I know for sure we would have moved forward as friends, and we could have picked up right where we left off before I left the apartment. I did not do everything tasteful or classy. I just was not in that right mind frame back then. So I apologize for that. I ask for forgiveness of that, and I know my voice is changing because I really don't want to cry, but I feel some type of way. So yeah, I'm not gonna let this video drag out too much longer. Let me look at my list and see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh yes, so when we was in Houston, we was gonna do like a cooking cousin Instagram vlog. Me and my cousin, we wanted podcasts, we wanted all of that stuff way back then. So like, just imagine if we would have been doing it. Like, we could be having an empire, you know, but we just didn't. We never put our mind to it, honestly, truly. We never went through with the implementation. We always just started with the idea and the information, but we never really pressed forward completely. But we were the best cousins ever. And so, cousin, if it's anything that I can say to you right now, I just want to say that I love you. You put up a good long fight, and I'm very happy for you because you did your big one. You did your big one. You did your big one, bitch. And I'm gonna take another shot for that. And that's it. I'm about to wrap this video up. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please click the like button, subscribe, and share this video. I'm gonna take a half a shot this time, y'all. Anyways, okay.